The world sells you a polished version of travel: beaches, cities, comfort. But Ethiopia doesn't fit that mold. It's a place you feel before you understand, where the air smells of coffee and ancient dust, and the land is wild and jagged. This isn't a vacation. It's a journey into a world that runs on its own clock, one that seems to have stopped centuries ago. Addis Ababa greets you with beautiful chaos, blue and white taxis, the scent of frankincense, and a pulse that's impossible to ignore. But the real Ethiopia is outside the capital, in the rock-hewn churches of Lalibela and the arid Omo Valley, where humanity's story began. Here, history isn't just in books, it's carved into stone, lived in rituals, and etched into faces. Ethiopia was never colonized, and that independence shapes everything: language, faith, pride. The Amharic script, Orthodox processions, and the fierce gaze of tribal elders all tell a story of resilience. This isn't a place you just see. You taste it, smell it, feel it. Time moves differently here. The calendar is 7 years behind, and the countryside feels like a living museum. Farmers plow with oxen, priests chant in ancient Ge'ez, and life resists the relentless push to modernize. In a world growing more alike, Ethiopia's stubborn uniqueness is a miracle. It's a reminder that some places still hold fast to the old ways. Here, change is slow, and that's the point. You don't just visit Ethiopia, you surrender to it. And in doing so, you find something raw, powerful, and unforgettable. Culture in Ethiopia is lived, not displayed. In the Omo Valley, the Hamar bull jumping ceremony marks the leap from boyhood to manhood, literally. A young man runs naked across the backs of cattle. Success means adulthood, failure brings shame. Before this, his female relatives demand to be whipped, collecting scars as badges of loyalty and love. It's a raw, visceral ritual, pain and pride intertwined. In the highlands, faith takes center stage at Timkat, the Orthodox Epiphany. Priests in embroidered robes lead processions, carrying sacred tablets, as crowds sing and dance for hours. Incense fills the air. Devotion is everywhere. These aren't relics, they're the living heart of Ethiopia. For outsiders, it's powerful and sometimes unsettling. You don't have to understand. Just respect the depth of meaning in every ritual. The best meals in Ethiopia aren't found in fancy restaurants. They're in humble eateries, where a feast costs about $1. Injera, the spongy sour flatbread, is your plate, utensil, and foundation for every meal. Tear, scoop, and eat. Food is communal, hands-on, and deeply satisfying. Shiro, a spicy chickpea stew, bubbles with comfort and heat, while bayanetu offers a colorful spread of lentil and vegetable stews. Each bite is a burst of flavor: spicy, tangy, earthy. Eating here is an adventure. You follow the locals, point at what looks good, and dive in. It's messy, delicious, and connects you to the culture in a way no souvenir can. Meals are about more than food. They're daily rituals, shared by millions. For $1, you get a taste of Ethiopia's soul. The experience is as rich as the flavors. You leave full, not just in body, but in spirit. This is food that tells a story, and it's the best deal you'll ever find. In Ethiopia, sharing food is sacred, a gesture of trust and welcome. I once sat in a tiny Harar restaurant when an old man offered me gursha, feeding me from his own plate, breaking all barriers. No words were needed. The gesture said, "You are welcome." Hospitality here isn't about luxury, it's about connection. Trekking in the Simien Mountains, my guide's family invited me for a coffee ceremony. Beans roasted over charcoal, ground by hand, brewed in a jabina, served in tiny cups, 3 rounds, each with meaning. We sat in silence, sharing coffee and popcorn, and something deeper: time, attention, and culture. Their home was simple, but their generosity immense. In Ethiopia, the greatest gift is not what's on the table, but the spirit of sharing. These moments humble you. They remind you that true hospitality is about giving, not having. A meal here is a feast of kindness, and it stays with you long after you leave. You don't know a place until you meet its people. In Addis's Mercado, faces are sharp with hustle and survival, a living river of commerce. In the Omo Valley, tribal faces are marked with paint and scars, each telling a story of identity and belonging. A Mercy woman's clay lip plate isn't a curiosity, it's a declaration. This is who I am. In Lalibela, pilgrims' faces glow with faith as they press against ancient stone, their devotion palpable. These aren't just visitors, they're part of the sacred landscape. The real souvenirs are the human connections. A child's smile, a nod from an elder, a shared cup of coffee. These moments outlast monuments and landscapes. They're the stories you carry home. They remind you that beneath all differences, we're all just people, telling our stories in the dust. Ethiopia's people are its greatest treasure. Their stories are the threads that bind you to this land, and they change the way you see the world. Why do we travel? To get lost, to be challenged, to have our assumptions shattered. Ethiopia does that, offering no easy answers, only dizzying contrasts. Ancient priests check smartphones, satellite dishes crown mud huts. The old and new collide in a beautiful, messy dance. Don't romanticize it. Life here is hard, but it's also rich with resilience and joy. The best moments are unplanned, a festival detour, a spontaneous meal, a wrong turn that becomes an adventure. Say yes to the unknown. Let go of control. The rewards are stories, not souvenirs. Go somewhere that scares you, where the food is strange and the customs unfamiliar. Sit, watch, listen, and let the world work its magic on you. It won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. Travel here changes you. It makes your world bigger, richer, and far more interesting. Ethiopia is proof that the unknown is where the magic lives, and it's waiting for you to discover it. In a world that fears the unfamiliar, sharing a meal is a revolutionary act. The Hamar's rituals, Lalibela's faith, a simple gursha, these are not curiosities, but expressions of our shared humanity. Appreciating diversity isn't optional, it's essential. Ethiopia is a masterclass in humility, connection, and wonder. The real treasures are the stories and bonds you make. In an age of headlines, we need deeper, human stories. Ones that build bridges, foster empathy, and celebrate difference. These stories matter. They fight division and remind us of what unites us. So seek out these stories. Share them. Be curious. Ask questions. Listen to the answers. Whether you travel with your feet or your mind, keep the conversation going. Keep learning, connecting, and celebrating the world's vibrant tapestry. The world is full of stories worth telling. Let's make sure we're there to listen.